check, 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 check.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome.
We've just gone live. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Kauai. Welcome to everybody online.
Aloha.
We're so grateful.
I am on, yes?
Yes, you're on. I'm Rev Rita, if you don't know me already, and this is Rev Patrick, and you are here at this beautiful, amazing center where we have a magnificent ohana, and we celebrate the science of mind and spirit, this ancient tradition, this ancient word of knowing our divinity and knowing that we are amazing and perfect at all times, and that we just live our lives from that place knowing that. Through all the chaos, wow, you look gorgeous. Through all the chaos and whatever's happening in the world, we still stay grounded in who we are and work from there. So welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Kauai. I'm happy to see everybody. It's so nice to be back.
And I don't want any of you to feel left out. You're all looking pretty gorgeous today. You're all gorgeous. Now, who is here? I know there's some people online that are here for the first time. Who's in this room? I recognize you only by your shell that you're wearing. Here for the first time? Anyone else here? Oh, yes, it's always the first time. And let me see. First
time this month.
Oh,
Okay.
He's here all week, by the way. Exactly. Happy New Year, everyone.
Back there, there's some people right there. There's
right
somebody
there.
with a lei on around their neck.
Ah, there you are. Okay, enough of me. We know something about you, and we're going to share it with everyone. I'm just going to read it so I don't forget what do we know about you. Okay, I believe I don't have my glasses. What do we know? You are magnificent. I just kind of shook it up a little there, right? Yeah. Yes, you are magnificent. And the reason that we know that about you is because we found that out about ourselves, that we're magnificent, right? So, they're staring at me now. There's some people that are in the camera, literally, and there's some new people because I know you let me know that. So, let's let them know who they are. You are magnificent. Now take your hand and you can go like this. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, take your hand, put it on your heart, and let's tell ourselves who we are. I am magnificent. Oh, let's hear it again. I am magnificent. One more time, it sounds so beautiful. I am magnificent. Now look to your left, to your right. I'm done. Let somebody else know who they are. You are magnificent.
And now Kyle and Luis
Yana's magnificent.
will open us with our opening song.
You're magnificent.
Go for it.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh, it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Moment to give thanks for this time together, for this wonderful, amazing ohana sitting in front of me and online, and knowing that that power and presence of spirit, of life itself, of source is moving through us strongly, passionately, beautifully, and that we get to share that with each other today. And I'm so grateful for that, grateful for this celebration for everyone that takes part in it, knowing that we are uplifted and uplifting the world at the same time. I am so grateful, and I just bless it and I let it be so, as we say. And so it is.
Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. And look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now, the rain's gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. Come on, sing with me. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh, it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Woo. Beautiful. Thank you, Kyle and Luis. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we have a special treat today, and I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to invite her up. No, I'm going to invite her up, and this is Reverend Dr. Peggy Price.
Yes.
Amazing. And and she has something very special to share with us. So
Ice
I'm going to
cream.
let you take the stage. Yeah.
Oh, good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Isn't this beautiful? Kiana made this, and it's Miley out of her neighbor's yard, and plumeria blossoms, and it's so fragrant and so beautiful. Thank you. It's just gorgeous. Well, I want to tell you about this lantern. This is the lantern that's called the World Peace Flame. And this went into my hands many years ago. I brought it here onto Kauai and had hopes of perhaps having some means of making this maybe some kind of a gathering of peace-minded people in some kind of organization. Well, it just never came together. And so it's been sitting at home in a box. And since we are witnessing in the world right now something that is very troubling and disturbing to us, it seemed to me the time that this needed to be lit and brought out and recognized once again. The Peace Flame started with an idea of a few people in Wales back in 1999, and they thought that if we could bring a flame to every continent on the planet and then spread that flame across each nation so that every nation in the world would have the peace flame, and we could educate people about peace and teach them how to have more peace within, we might have world peace. It could be possible. And so this flame began, the first flame began at The Hague in the Netherlands. And they picked miners' lamps to light the flames because the miners go down into the darkest of places, right? And these lanterns are made in Wales for the Welsh coal miners. So maybe Tom Jones used one, I don't know. In any case, this one traveled across the pond and ended up at the Agape Center for International Truth back in early 2000s. And it stayed there for a while, and then it kind of got pushed off to the side, and nobody was using it, and it passed through several hands and came to me. And so it was lit every Sunday at the Seal Beach Center for Spiritual Living for many years, and also taken to all the different interfaith events and peace events that I attended and participated in, and that was a lot because that was my heart's work. And so anyway, I thought it needed a new home. And I thought it should be in the center of the Pacific Ocean so that this flame spreads across to all the planet from our beautiful pico of the earth here, and that it should be here at Kauai Center for Spiritual Living. So we're going to light it, and then we'll go into our peace meditation. It's a little tricky, so if you'll unscrew here at the bottom, and I'll help you take that off. It's a little bit,
About passing the test.
yeah, you don't worry,
But since
you
Tom
got
Jones
help.
touched it,
Yeah,
I'll just let you know that it's not unusual.
yeah. So the peace flame was the first lit at places like the Gandhi ashram in New Delhi. Yes, of course at The Hague in the Netherlands. The first time it was lit in the U.S., it was on the top of Pikes Peak. It goes the other way. Yeah, other way.
Righty tighty, lefty.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah. Just tight. You don't have to make it too tight, but you want to make it so it won't fall over. Okay.
I'm just trying to think of another song.
Yeah. So, what we'd always say at the Center for Spiritual Living in Seal Beach is, "May peace prevail on earth," because we also had a peace pole out in the on the property. So, we can say that together. May peace prevail on earth as we go within, and may peace prevail within each of us. So I invite you to just focus on that inner sanctuary, that place within you that can never be disturbed. And take a good deep breath as we go within. Peace, be still. And the waters were still. In the stillness, we recognize that peace that passes all understanding. That peace that lives and moves and has its being within each and every single one of us. That peace that is God. That peace that is the power at the heart of God. And the power that is the heart of each of us. And that as we contemplate upon that concept of peace and slow down, we can feel it within ourselves. Our sacred heartbeat feels it. And as we continue to expand our consciousness and recognize that this peace that is within us, the peace of God, is also within all beings everywhere. And that as we reveal it, we pass it along, it becomes contagious. We become that peaceful place for others to feel it, to recognize it, and tap into it. With our very breath, we breathe peace. with every heartbeat, we beat the drumbeat of peace. And we carry this flame, this beautiful flame of peace, wherever we go. As we make that commitment to be people of peace, we create that all over the planet, even out into the universe. It is an energy, it is a vibration, it is in partnership with all the other wonderful qualities of love and wholeness and light and goodness and joy and abundance. For when we are at peace, we can feel all those others so much more fully. And today we turn our hearts and minds toward those places on our planet now that are experiencing something other than peace. And know that right there in the midst of that chaos and conflict, peace exists. The vision of peace is present. And the vision of peace is being revealed in spite of appearances. And so we bless this world of ours. We bless all beings upon it, all beings who are in leadership. May they feel that peace within their own hearts. For all those in their practice of their own spirituality, whatever it may be, that peace is at the heart of everything they do. And so we just deeply breathe that in. And know that just as this peace expands all over, our wholeness, our fullness of life is fully expressed. Our relationships with others grow and expand, heal, and those wonderful creative thoughts that we experience are so much more fully expressed. And so with gratitude and love, we give thanks for this day, for this time together, for this beautiful place in which we live, for all of God's good, as we release this word into the mind and heart, the love and law of God, and say, and so it is.
Kauai, Kauai.
Beautiful. You ready?
Mahalo.
Come on back
Thank
up, Dr.
you.
Peggy.
Make sure. Yes, another episode of Stump the Minister right here at CSL Kauai.
Okay, so
We have a new month.
yes, we do.
We have a new theme, perhaps.
Yes, our new theme is to reawaken, whatever that means to us individually. I want to know what it means to you.
Yes.
Oh, I guess you need your mic. Yes.
That's a big question, especially right now.
Right? I think we just did reawaken.
I think that where I am in my life right now, where there are some changes that were unexpected and not necessarily very welcome, I'm awakening to a lot of things that perhaps I always thought I wasn't. You know, like I really thought that I was going to just keep on going like the bunny forever and ever and ever. And I'm here at an intersection again, a crossroads in life, where I have to reassess going forward, you know, what I will or can or am willing to do. And so in many ways, that is a kind of reawakening.
Absolutely.
We go through these different life changes, and they are challenging at times. But what I know is that, always know is, I don't have to reawaken to it, is that Spirit is always present in my life. And that as I turn within, as I listen to that still small voice, as I pay attention to that, I am divinely guided to make the right decisions at the right time, even when it seems confusing and troubling and sometimes pretty darn hard. I know that is the truth. And I know that is the power that I can turn to at any time in order to help have the guidance that I need. So I would say that's the reawakening again and again and again. It's kind of like Mark Victor Hansen was one of my friends, one of the chicken soup guys. He'd say, he'd be in a Christian audience and they'd ask him if he was born again. He'd say, I've been born again and again and again. Kind of like reawaken again and again and again. So, but I also forgot to tell you a couple of things about this. So can I take this moment?
Yeah, take it.
You might wonder how that live flame got from The Hague to the 5 continents. And they called different commercial airlines, and none of them would carry a live flame. And so they started searching around, and who stepped up but the Royal Dutch Air Force? So they flew the flame to all of the North America, South America, Africa, Europe, Asia. They were the ones that flew it around the world in order to get it to the continents. And I also didn't mention that it is now in every major city, every major country, rather, in the world. And so we just keep expanding that light. So anyway, thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yes.
And, yeah.
Yes.
You're-
Any more?
Are you finished with
Oh,
it?
the affirmation?
No.
Yes, the affirmation.
Yeah,
for sure.
right? Because we don't want to get Kyle upset. But no, I was just trying to see if there was another question I had for you. But this is good.
Okay. So I reawaken to my inner splendor is our affirmation for this month. So as I say it, and then we'll say it together twice. I reawaken to my inner splendor. I reawaken to my inner splendor.
Thank you, Dr. Peggy. And thank you for gifting us.
I got all. Yes, thank you.
I don't know.
Thank you.
I'm overwhelmed
Please,
by
let's
it.
give her a thank
Yeah.
you for this beautiful light of CSL Kauai.
So now we are going to enjoy Kyle and Louise singing one of my favorite songs.
It's like the air around me. It's like the sunlight on my face. Feel the love of God surround me. I am touched by amazing grace. And all I ever wanted, and all I ever needed, is already there. Closer than the sunlight, and nearer than the air. And I breathe in, and I am filled with the Spirit. It is health to my body. It is peace to my mind. It is joy. It's joy to my soul. And I breathe out a simple prayer of thank you. And my breath becomes a song I was singing all along, that is singing everywhere. It's nearer than the air. And I breathe in. I am filled with the Spirit. It is health to my body. It is peace to my mind. It is joy. It's joy to my soul. And I breathe in. I am filled with the Spirit. It is health to my body. It is peace to my mind. It is joy. It is joy. It is joy. Joy to my soul. And I breathe out a simple prayer of thank you. And my breath becomes a song that was singing all along, that is singing everywhere. Is nearer than the air. It's like the air around me. It's like the sunlight on my face. I feel the love of God surround me, and I am touched by amazing grace. And all I ever wanted, and all I ever needed, is already there. Closer than the sunlight, nearer than the air.
That's all.
Kyle, you sing that song so well.
I love that song. It's very
You really do it well.
Beautiful
Thank
song.
you, Louise. The song is written by Michael Gott, I believe. Yeah, Nearer Than the Air. What a perfect song for what you were talking about, going through whatever we're going through, and knowing that that spirit, that power and energy is right there, nearer than the air. I love it. Okay, so our topic is spring forward today. I don't feel very springy forward though. I feel more like, yeah. So the other night I had a really ferocious dream. It was really scary. One of my biggest fears, I don't know, is big cats, like tigers and just big cats, lions, things like that. I don't know if it's got to do with the past life or what, but I have like, you know, I could hardly let my cat sit on my chest, Krishna, because he'd sit there and I'd always hold his paws. Like he was gonna, like he was gonna, and he'd look in my eyes like this. Anyway, so the other night I had this dream, and I was in this dream, and I was in some place, and there were several people there, and I was in this like hotel room or something, and this person in this hotel room had a black panther cat as a pet, and it was growling and things like that, and I was like, you guys, this is not safe. I just kept saying, this is not safe to have this cat in here, and we were moving in and out of this room, and I was like, well, at least if they keep it fed, it'll be all right, right? And I was, so for some reason, came back. We went out, and I came back to the room, and it was dark. It was really dark, and I'm telling you, this dream was so real. It was really dark, and I heard this growling sound, and then this cat leaped onto my back, and had my the back of my neck, and it was like, there was nothing I could do. I mean, like I knew like I was going to die. Like it was like, there was nothing I could do. This cat's got me, nobody's here. Then this little dog appeared, and I was like, well, maybe if he starts barking or something, the cat will leave me alone. But by then, anyway, I woke up. Do you ever notice in your dreams you usually don't die? You usually wake up before you do. I think so. Anyway, so I was very disturbed by this dream because I was like, what does it mean? What does it mean? You know, I looked it up and Googled it and stuff. And then I finally realized that it was about fear. It was about my fears. And my fears were very real. And my fears, I have certain fears that are very real. Like, right, there's been a lot going on in the world, a lot going on in different people's personal lives. And it kind of, like, it starts to kind of just get you a little bit. Even though you're spiritually advanced and all of that stuff, there's still that thing. Like, what if I lose my husband? What if this happens? What if that happens? What, you know? So it was all my fears. What about the center? It was everything. And so I went back into meditation. I said, I have to turn this around. It's okay to have fears, but I have to face them, whatever they are. And I just, in my meditation, the panther was there, and I just like went like this, and then all of a sudden he was in front of me, and I looked in his eyes, and he started licking my face. So it was like this idea of facing our fears and just being okay that we're afraid, and being all right that we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. So sometimes we're like afraid to move forward for some reason. And we just feel scared for some reason because we have to make a decision that maybe is difficult to make. But we have this power, this presence, this nearer than the air that's within us that will take us through. Will take us through. There's this quote that Ernest Holmes said, and if you don't know who Ernest Holmes is, he was the founder of religious science, science of mind that we practice here. And he said, nature, no, not that one. In this invisible law of unfoldment, there's a law of unfoldment in our lives. We must come to trust. And although we do not see the way, we must believe that the way is and is cooperative. We must believe that the way is, and he wrote it in caps, and is cooperative, he wrote in caps. And I think sometimes we might think that life is not cooperative, or it isn't. It's like we have this power within us that is, and it's always cooperating with us, no matter what we are doing, no matter what is happening in our life. It is cooperating. It might feel like everything out there is not cooperating with us, but within us there is something that's moving us through everything, that's always cooperating for our highest good, no matter what that is, even if we find ourselves in a challenging situation. So that quote really helped me. And this morning when I woke up, well, you know I had this retina surgery, or some of you don't know, and I still have this little bubble in my eye, and it's very annoying. And but I had a metaphor for it. I wrote about it the other day, that this bubble that I feel trapped in, like it's just, Patrick goes, how big is it? I go, well, right now it's getting small. It's about that big. He goes, how can it be that big? Your eye is not that big. And I said, well, that's the way it looks in my eye. I don't know whether it's magnified or what, but it's this little bubble. And I was feeling trapped in the bubble, and I was like, oh, this is such a great metaphor, because in my life sometimes I can feel trapped because I'm here in my life and I want to be here, and something seems to be holding me. So my whole life is in this like bubble, but I'm not really trapped because I'm always free. And usually when we feel trapped, it's because we won't make a decision and know that we're free to do whatever it is that we need to do. So that was another revelation I had this week. And then this morning, I'm working through a lot of stuff right now. I don't know why, but there's a lot of stuff going on, and I think that's okay. And I realized I'm in the unknown, and that's okay to be in the unknown. And so that's okay. So this morning I woke up, and I will forward it to whoever wants it. And I was in a really deep meditation first, and all of a sudden my phone went off, and it was a really close friend of mine, and I was like, oh my God, it took me out of my meditation. I got to answer it. So I answered it, and it was just that he just wanted to talk to me, and it was fine. So, but that conversation really edged me along too. So like everything was conspiring for me to move forward and to be okay to be in the unknown and all of that. And then there's a blog that I don't know how many of you are familiar with Dr. Jim Lockard. He was here once a long time ago when we first opened. Did you read his blog? I'm going to forward to everybody that wants it, because it was amazing. And it was all about what's happening in the world right now and how the world is in chaos. And the way he said it, it was so perfect, because he said, we have to realize that it is in chaos. Just let it be in chaos. It is in chaos, and we are in the middle of chaos. There is a lot happening right now. There's a pandemic. There's a war. There's people, dying. There's I have lost more people this last few years than I can even count. Now I have to sit down, and Patrick and I are going, oh, there's another one. There's another one. Okay, so a lot is happening, and so he gave these 3 things, and it was so powerful. He said the first thing is to accept it. Accept where we're at. Just accept it. There's crazy people acting crazy. There's just a lot happening, and just accept it. Because once you accept it, if you keep trying to resist it and say, I'm over here on this cloud, nothing's happening, blah, 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 the more you try to do that, the more you don't know what you're supposed to do. And you get, like he's saying, you get depressed, down, all of that stuff. So, but once you accept it and allow it to say, yes, this is what's happening, then you can open up to know what's yours to do. But if you keep resisting it, you're never going to get to that place. You're just going to feel overwhelmed and scared and pushing it away and all that. So that was his first step, accept it. And then he said, we have resiliency. It's a gift that we all have. We do have it. And we have to practice it really hard right now. We have to practice being resilient amidst all of it. That means adapting and changing and being okay. Let me see if I can find what he wrote. I don't know if I brought it with me. Wait, hold on, about resiliency. It was really good. Thank you, Dr. Lockhart. You helped me with my talk. It wasn't what I expected to do today, but he said, resiliency is the capacity to continue to function after a setback or an injury. So what happens when something happens to us? We have this spirit, the spirit within us will think of new ways to adapt to that, whatever it is. People with resiliency continue toward their objectives or protect what they value despite obstacles, illness, and even being attacked. We know that resiliency can be learned. Times like these require great resiliency. With so much happening that is challenging, it is often tempting to give in or give up. But we can learn to be resilient, right? We can learn. And the other thing about resiliency is that whatever is going on in your life that you want to do or that you're feeling passionate about, traveling or art projects or whatever, your job, whatever, resiliency will allow you, even amidst whatever's going on, to continue. It's like this center. I mean, there was a lot. That was the other thing that came to me, was like, we've been through a lot these last, I wanted to say a really bad word. We've been through a lot. Well, I don't know, but no, I'm not going to. We've been through a lot these last 2 years. We can say that we haven't, but we have been through a lot, and we have stood tall, and we have been resilient. All of us, not just Patrick and I, everyone has been resilient in their own life, in their own way. And so that's resilience, is to say, this is more important to me than what's happening. I am going to be resilient. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to move through this because I love myself enough to do that. I love what I'm doing enough to do that. I am resilient. And I think we can all learn that. And then the last part of it was self-care. I was so grateful that he said that. And he gave a list of all the ways that we can self-care ourselves. Because in the midst of all of this, we are important. And if we don't take care of ourselves, we will be no good to anyone. And we'll just fall off the cliff. And the first part of self-care to me is to remember who you are. And that you deserve it. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to love yourself. You deserve to do those things that make you happy and passionate. And it was interesting when I was teaching the other night, the bubble was gone. Like it was gone in that moment. And I didn't remember it again until I went back to sit down and Patrick took over. I was like, oh, I was doing something I'm really passionate about. The bubble disappeared. It just like was gone. It wasn't in my consciousness. So it's so fascinating. Anyway, so acceptance, resilience, and self-care, whatever that looks like to you. I know what it looks like to me, and I have to do more of it. I'm just really learning that more and more and more. And yeah, so let's see. It's time to just move with this and move forward. Not spring forward before we're ready or jump forward. I don't think it's like that. I mean, sometimes it is. Sometimes we have to take a jump or a leap or whatever. But sometimes it's just a slow process of being where we're at and just taking that in and then just moving again and again and again, but never to stop. Ernest Holmes wrote, "There is no stagnation in spirit, nor should there be any in our idea of spirituality. To be spiritual is to create. The spirit is alive, conscious, aware, and active. So no matter what's happening, the spirit within us, even when we feel stopped, or we feel like it's too much, the spirit's still there, and it's alive, it's conscious, it's aware, and it's active, and it's the real us. So all our answers for whatever we would need are right there. And as I said in the first quote, we have a way that's cooperative, a law of our being that is and is cooperative, whatever we decide for ourselves. And we're all individual. We're all on this road. We're on this road together, but we're also individual. And I just want to say that I'm appreciative of each and every one of you, and I know a lot of some of the things some of you have been through this last 2 years or since I've known you, and there's been so much. And I just appreciate your resilience, and I appreciate that you're here and that we get to have this place where we can, share. That we can share no matter where we're at, online, home, in our beds, wherever we're at. We get to share that consciousness. So thank you. And just now, acceptance. Thank you, Dr. Jim. Acceptance, resilience, but most of all, self-care. Bless you. Yeah.
My soul, 'cause I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, everything I've ever dreamed has brought me here to the present moment, here to a new beginning, here, and I'm seeing life so clearly now. So get ready, my soul, 'cause I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. Well, I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. So get ready, my soul. 'Cause here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. And here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. And here I go, closer, closer, closer to the sacred source. So get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. get ready, my soul. 'Cause I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. So get ready, my soul.
Wonderful, wonderful. Diving deep.
Thank you.
Diving deep. How y'all doing? Got some animal lovers out there? Yeah, I bet we do. I'm going to tell you a little story about a German Shepherd, a Doberman, and a cat. Now, it's not a happy story in the beginning because they did pass away and they went over the Rainbow Bridge. And who did they meet there? God. So God is sitting on his throne, waiting for him. The German Shepherd walks up. And see, God wants to know what they believed in. So the German Shepherd walks up. He says, so what do you believe in? He says, I believe in discipline, training, and loyalty to my master. Ah, beautiful. Come sit at the right hand, right here. Doberman, what do you believe in? I believe in love. I believe in care. I believe in protection of my master. Ah, Doberman, please, left-hand side. I kind of like the God feel right now. I'm just working it out. There's my baby. The cat walks up. And so what do you believe in? The cat walks up a little bit. I believe you're sitting in my seat. Namaste. Oh my, I woke up, she woke up with the Panther, and I woke up going, I better do this joke well. And I have to thank Elizabeth Diamond, who sent it to me this week, and I fell in love with it, and I said, there's no way to get that into a talk. And I went, oh, Patrick, please. So what it made me think of is, they called it the self-centered cat, right? And anytime you think you're God, they think you're self-centered. But as we know in this particular philosophy, I'm not saying that I am God and you're not, or that you're going to sit at the right hand of my throne, or any of that. What we're saying is that there is no right, there is no left, there is spirit that is in everything, seen and unseen. Everything. So that's why we have the audacity, at least I have been known in my day, to say I am God. And be okay with it. Now, there are those that are not okay with it. Good to see you again. Yes, welcome home. So we used to get into a little bit of trouble because our mentor was kind of the one that kind of went out and said, I am God. I mean, if God is everything and I am here, then I am God. And oh my goodness, some of the old residue of blasphemy came through, And I thought, it makes such sense that the cat would know its place. Because he was no different than what he knew the power. He knew the power that he was. And even though we laugh because they just don't let you get away with it. It's like, they're completely their own mind. And they will do anything and they run the house. So I love this whole idea that I am God. Ernest Holmes, he said, there is one life. That life is God. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. It is flowing through me, circulating in me, as me. Wow. What else would we need to know? What else would we need to know? And sometimes I find myself in life sitting at the right hand of something or at the left. But as I continue to think about how powerful we all are and how we can take that power not from a place of I'm on my throne, but we share that throne together. We share royalty. When we were born, that was our inheritance. What do you think? Some power that created the cosmos would leave us struggling? Leave us with nothing? The only thing it did was say, I am the power. Find me. And we went looking. Boy, did we go looking. I'm thinking, where could God be? Oh, no. That would be entirely too much responsibility, wouldn't it? Plus, look at the world. Look at everything, as Rita was talking about. Last week, we took off our masks, all of them, I hope. Not just the ones that were over here. We took off the ones that were here. It was a very powerful day for me because I realized how many masks we wear. And when you take them off, you're very vulnerable because then people get to see you. We were at the gym and we actually met these people for the first time because I've never seen them. We met them in their masks. And when they took it off, I was just, well, hello. And then of course, because she forgets that the throne is hers, she was going, I go, how's it good? She goes, well, it was kind of nice hiding my little wrinkles that I have. And I went, oh no. Oh no. But I thought to myself, how convenient a mask could be. It can cover the things that we think that are so awful about us. And I'm thinking there is nothing awful about anyone. But we are, I believe, as I was at the bank and they were all doing their things too, and just amazing to me to watch how we all behaved. People were walking in going, and I was like, wow, this is like fairy forest. It was everybody's walking around going, ooh, ooh. And I mean, especially like in the bank, because I said, how you doing with it? She goes, it feels good. Scary a little. Norma, how's it? Oh, she said, not yet. Not yet. So everyone is getting to trust each other again. And this time I hope we do even a better job of it than we did maybe perhaps before. Because this is an opportunity for us to not only take off our masks, but to trust ourselves and trust that there is this power, that we are safe, that we are love. Because if we didn't learn the lesson, we will just have to do it again and again and again. Trust. Trust. So, there was a woman, no, this isn't another joke. There was a woman that I saw on Facebook that a colleague of mine is doing a new workshop in Chicago. And it was interesting because he quoted her, didn't name her, but he said she was the reason why he started this workshop, because people needed to trust again. People needed to know that prayer, whatever you call it, speaking your word, is very important. And this woman, this is what she said to him in one of their spiritual counseling. She said, and she obviously gave permission because he put it on Facebook. And we all know that that's always gives everyone permission on Facebook. My problem, I just love it. My problem is, and this is this woman, that I'm a halfway there person. I know the principles of truth, but I've got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. I get it, but I don't really fully live it. I haven't fully surrendered. And he said it was so powerful to hear it because we've all been there, the halfway in and halfway out, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm glad you addressed spring forward, because we always think like, let's just do it. Spring forward. Man, sometimes you got to toe dip. Toe dip. That water's cold. Sometimes we got to toe dip. Sometimes we got to take these little steps. And I love what she says. She goes, I know it. I got this down. But I don't trust to go all the way. But the operative word in what she was saying was surrender. Very much like Rev Rita was talking about, surrender. Trusting enough in the unknown to surrender. And the good thing about the unknown is once you take the step, it's not unknown anymore. It's known. The moment we move forward, it's known. This week we're doing impeccable with your word. How's it going, students? Yeah, impeccable with your word, and you think it's so easy, right? I think what's more even difficult than that, we'll talk about this week, is that am I impeccable with my thoughts? Am I impeccable with my thoughts? Because I'm going to let you know, there's a lot of things people aren't saying. But boy, are they thinking. You can feel it. It's in the field. It's in the field. So we have this idea that I think it's amazing. Like she knows and we know that we are this essence, this God essence. We know it. Even if we don't act upon it every moment, we know it. How could we not know it? We were thinking about this incredible, this body that spirit, takes this vacation in. And is able to, it's just this incredible thing that I had a little thing with my ankle, little thing. It kind of put me down for a while. And since I had to be impeccable with my word, I couldn't complain about it. But was I impeccable with my thoughts? So there's when you have a little Achilles thing, there's a little bump that ends up going on there. And this beautiful person helped me immensely. And I won't call her out, but it helped me immensely because she said, yeah, the moment there's a tear of anything, it goes and starts going like a cocoon around it, to heal it. And it just gives me God bumps because it says, I'm sitting there going, why does that hurt? I can't run, And just like that, too. That was before impeccability week, though. But I'm noticing this bump. I'm going, I don't like that bump. And, nobody wears shoes here, so now everybody sees my bump. Because everybody's looking at my feet nonstop. And I'm going, oh, no, I'm kidding. But where the miracle came was that this thing started, your body started going, let's protect the tear. Let's go heal it. Just like her bubble is going, I'm going to put the tear, attach. It detached, let's bubble, attach. Kind of like, wow. Wow, how designed are we? We are so designed. And so I really looked, and I really want to thank that person because I looked at it differently. I looked at it and I went, thank you. Thank you for going in and fixing my tear. Thank you. Thank you, body, that's working all together. Because what we do is we focus, only on that, right? That's the only thing happening. The rest of me is doing great, but that's the only thing that when I'm walking down, there's the people running. I remember when I used to do that before impeccability with your word week. Because now I don't do that. Oh, my. So my message this week is many. Get yourself a cat. No. That there is no sitting at the right hand or the left hand of anything in life. I invite us all to sit at the center of it. What I know that I want in my life is, yes, we go immediately, stop the pain, stop this, get rid of it, right? We want to get rid of it. But what I think I really want is liberation. I want to live liberated from my conditions that I call king, that I call God. When you're in pain, we all know, of any kind, it becomes a god because it's there. In our philosophy, we believe in a pill and a prayer. And the reason we say that is this. If you're going to take a pill for something and you're reducing yourself out of pain, that's when you get to pray because you're not in pain. So we don't have that idea that anything that we're doing is wrong. But I will end with this quote, and I looked high and low to find who the author was. Nowhere to be found. I don't know where I found. Must have just come out of nowhere. When you let go, you are not giving up. Letting go means knowing that there is something greater ahead of you than what lies behind you. When you let go, you are not giving up. Letting go means knowing that there is something greater ahead of you than what lies behind you. And so the other message for today is there's not a way we can spring forward, walk forward, jump forward, go forward at all if we're holding on to the past. Or as the Swami says to us, his little red wagon that we sometimes have to just leave. And I know that it's not easy to give up the past because we're very addicted to it. At least I have been. I have to be a watch my we because I know all of you never are addicted to anything in your past. But I know for me, the only time that something can hold me back from going forward is if I've given it back to my past. And I heard this one wonderful thing too that said, let go of your past. It's let go of you. And I went, oh, wisdom. I mean, let go of your past. We're acting like it's right. No, it's gone. Rita and I were talking this morning because we share everything, right? We were talking about this little, when we hold on to pain from the past and how hard it can be. Now, I was laughing with Roseanne this morning, just outing everybody. Roseanne, I was saying the first 2 years I was here, all I talked about was my mama because she was transitioning and I was going through that whole thing. And I said, the only reason there's pain is if I get in there thinking I should have done something differently. Because when I think about my mom, that's love. That doesn't cause me pain from the past. The only time pain is in the past is when regret is attached to it. And I went, oh my God, the past has let go of me. Oh my God, unless I go back. And so what I invite us all, there's a lot of people going through pain from the past. I suggest, I invite us to take from the past all the wonderful things that it has given us. Right? My mother gave me a lot of things. Why am I focused on the last days of her life? When she had a full life that she gave me. Now, how did Mama get back in my conversation? That woman, she's determined. I said, I am done with the Mama conversations. Here she is. I love you, Mama. And I love each and every one of you. Go forward. Toe dip if you need to. Go forward and then go back and not yet. Whatever you need to do. Because we won't be able to help it. We will go forward. Whether we spring, tiptoe, or crawl. We're going forward. I love you. Namaste. Thank you, Elizabeth, for that beautiful thing about my animals. What do you mean?
I forgot to check my check. This is our time of giving. So thank you for everything that comes into this center. It is very necessary and it helps us to move forward as a community. So thank you to everyone online. The donate buttons are on there. And just realize how important your giving is. It's just a beautiful thing and it's very appreciated. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I think we have a song. Yes.
all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. So I lift up my hands now, I open my heart. My gratitude goes out to everything near and far, and all that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all.
And so, in that spirit of gratitude and that spirit of love, we give thanks for these gifts. And we give thanks for the givers. And we give thanks for the many ways in which these gifts will go forward to bless others, including this beautiful community, Center for Spiritual Living Kauai, and the surrounding community and out into the world. How good it is to give. How grateful we are to receive. Thank you, Spirit. And so it is.
So it is.
So it is.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Peggy.
I was checking out the scene, what it's like sitting down there. I said, this is
Let me
an
just
interesting
you
position.
keep talking. I have to tell Sue something. Sue. Turn my turn
That
my
would
mic
be
off.
absolutely
Sue.
impossible. Take your time, Rita. No, yes, I said that's an interesting place to sit because I've never sat really down there during this. And yeah, it's very interesting. Yes?
Can you take care of that? I'm back.
Rita, when's the last time I told you I
There's
love
no
you?
curtain here. We get to, you get to see it all.
That's
okay.
it.
So where's our children?
Our child.
Are they coming? Yay. Are there any? Yes. Oh, we got Beckham.
Back.
Oh, he's all by himself today.
It's okay.
Boy, that's
there's
nice
advantages to that.
There used to be, when we were teaching, there used to be this one little boy. He was by himself a lot in our
Yes.
center.
Hey, Beckham.
Hey, Beckham. Yay.
Wow, let's give her
Let's give you a mic, Beth. Hold on.
Yeah, we sat for many years with someone your age for probably about 8 months before there was ever anyone else. So I have the mic. Ooh, that's nice. There we go. What did you do today, Miss Beth?
Yes, we were hoping we'd have some more friends today, but we're happy we had Beckham and Beth together. And I'm going to let Beckham tell you more what we did today.
We learned about kindness, and we read a story about it. And here's some of the things that we did. We did some patterns.
Ah.
And almost at the end, we did some butterflies. I didn't really finish it yet.
I love butterflies. Yay.
That's
So
great.
Thank you, Beckham. Yeah, we
Let's
did some
just-
Zen doodles.
Let's tell Beckham who he is.
Beckham, before we go, though, this is very nice. Did you make that? Wow, my birthday's coming up soon. May 2nd, there's time. Okay, let's tell Beckham what
who
we
he
know
is.
about him.
Beckham, you are amazing. You are perfect. You are magnificent. And we love you.
Give it up for Beckham.
Thank you, Beth.
Thank you.
We love you too. Thanks.
Beckham.
Wow. I
May
love it.
2nd, Beckham. May 2nd.
All right. So, what do we have here?
Well,
okay.
the first on the announcement is we started the 4 agreements on Wednesday, and it's from 6 to 8. You can still jump in, and the way you do that is you purchase all 4, and then you can look at last week's, which was be impeccable with your word, and then you jump back in this week with your favorite. Don't take anything personally.
It's my favorite one.
Yeah. I can just tell Peggy, make sure that you can get because they're going to be rushing there to sign up for that one. Don't take anything personally.
All right.
And so that's this weekend.
So-
It's the last week to jump in.
So we're just very excited that today we are going to have Rap with the Revs. We haven't had it in
Yes.
over 2 years. So if you want to stay for that, we're going to circle these chairs up. Angela knows that, I think.
Yes.
She's got somebody doing it. And we are going to start pretty quick, like as soon as we can, all right? We'll just give a moment for those that want to have a little chattering before, but at least no more than 10 minutes, and we'll start after service. And then
That's just us circling up. For how many have been to the Rock with the Revs in the past? Yeah, it's just us taking a moment just to
Get to know each other
This is
better.
a real reawakening after 2 years. So just a moment, and it won't take any more than 45 minutes or so.
Yeah, we just talk to each other and share, and
Where we're
whoever
kind
wants
of
to
at.
share something about where they're at, or
Yeah.
share themselves, so we can get to know each other better. And then Lolita's game night. Oh,
It's
it's
tonight.
today. Oh,
Tonight.
yeah. Okay, at
3
3
o'clock.
o'clock. All right, and you can talk to Emma about that, or Angela. And Charles Wolfork and Jamie Prem are starting a young adult group, ages 18 through. Do you want to come up here and say something? You might as well. Okay. May 6th, they're starting.
So tell
It's-
all those
tell them
young
the ages,
whippersnappers
too.
that you know.
Tell them the ages so they know. 'cause
Yes,
there's no
indeed.
exceptions to this.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, how you guys doing? We are starting a young adults group. We're going to call it We're going to call it Spiritual Gangsters in Action. It is going to be on May 6th, and we are going to be talking about the creative process for first and foremost, and we're going to be playing some games that would usually involve alcoholic drinks, but we won't have any of that here at the Center for Spiritual Living. We're going
No alcohol.
worries, no worries. It's not, but it's just different games, different things to have people interact with us and participate and get it in the comfort zone and talk about spirituality, which can be quite vulnerable sometimes. And definitely what we want to do is educate and also get in the groove of breaking traditions as far as the traditional mindset and the traditions of dogma, and getting into a place where we can live in alignment with the divine and also being our true authentic selves in the most amazing way.
And tell them the ages.
Yes.
18 to 35, and I know that's a wide range because there's a big difference between a 20-year-old. There's a difference between a 20-year-old student and a 33-year-old mother. However, we want to see what the attendance is going to be first, and then after we get the attendance and everything, and see who's coming, then we can branch out from there. But right now, we just want to bring the younger folks to the place and see what their mindset is, and see if we can spread our spread information and education together and our thoughts together. So that's what it's going to be all about.
Charles, could you do me one favor, though?
Would you tell Roseanne that the age limit thing again? Because she keeps saying, do you make exceptions? And I said, he's not going to do it.
She, you know what? With Roseanne, she tried to convince me that it wasn't about how young you are, but how young you feel. And I know that is a very good point. However,
you'll speak to her, won't you?
Yes. Yeah, I would definitely.
Thank you, Charles. That's great. Okay, so what
Then
else?
A couple of things from the Angela desk. So we have a lot of outreach going on, do we not? So we have Lid Gate cleanup on Earth Day, which is the 23rd. So we're having lots of people sign up there. That is wonderful. It's out there too. June 4th, we are having Pride Parade. And guess what Angela's all doing? She's trying to get everybody up to do what?
Float.
A float. CSL Kauai is going to float. Woo! Anyway, it's on June 4th, and we're allowed to actually walk this year, so that means that we're going to be on the streets and doing our thing.
I think that's enough for now.
Right, exactly. So the most important thing is that we have a lot of volunteer opportunities. So see Elizabeth, she'll be, see Angela, she's standing in the back with all of those wonderful sign-up sheets.
All right, I think that's enough. I think we filled their minds enough. Yeah. I think we're ready to sing this thing out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you ready?
And if you want to sing tomorrow, come at 6:30 for the
Oh,
choir.
the choir. I'm sorry about that. 6 o'clock choir practice tomorrow.
That'll be enough, Rita.
All right.
So bring it on, everything new, everything different, everything true. 'Cause I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. 'Cause I'm through crying, I'm through waiting, I'm through hoping against all hope. And I'm through longing for something gone that'll never return. I think I finally learned to bring it on, everything new, everything different, everything true. 'Cause I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. Oh, I'm through grieving, I'm through dreaming that the life I had is ever coming back. No more wishing on someone else's star that'll never be mine. I think it's time to bring it on, everything new, everything different, everything true. Oh, I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new.
Here and right now is that I know what mine is to do right now, and that's to give gratitude. To give gratitude for so many things that are going on here at this incredible CSL Kauai that I call home, that we call Ohana. As I look at these beautiful flowers, I thank Emma bringing in this wonderful, wonderful flowers. And yes, and I'm looking over here at this incredible, incredible gift, not only a gift of this, but the gift of Dr. Reverend Peggy for everything that you give. So we are now lighting our way, and we have our Malama girls, Kiana and Anna. Thank you. Thank you so much. Rob Jones, Natalia, yes, and Jonathan back there making it all happen, making what happens here at Center for Spiritual Living Kauai not stay here at Centers for Spiritual Living Kauai. Kyle and Louise, thank you for giving us always have to. And Ron Stover, who's not only hospitality, but he is everything in between and all around. We are so grateful for you. And we have Janice Perez and Beth. Yes, where's my Beth? Yeah, there she is. Taking on our wonderful youth. And that's really under 18, so that's fine. And we have Angela Phillips, who does so much. She runs around here and does so much. And I'd like to thank Rev Rita. I always thank you. Okay, that'll be enough, Patrick. And I am thankful that I am impeccable with my words, so I'll never mention it again after this time. So I am so grateful for everyone online. You are never forgotten. We know that you are there. We know that your energy is in this room with us. And we are so grateful for all your support. And we are so grateful for this island, for Kauai, for the entire universal flow. I am so grateful, and I'm grateful for the new people today. I could be grateful just all day, but as we know, it's time to, and so it is.
Well, I've survived many times before, broken hearts and slamming doors. I'll be alright, yes I will once more, just as I did back then. Gonna rise again, just bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. Well, I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. Yes, I am ready for my next